Am I wrong for saying if my wife wants to be a trad wife, then she must always look her best, wait on me, and provide sex without question when asked? I'm 35, and my wife is 40. We've been together 15 years. The last couple of years, she's really fell down the trad wife black hole, and it's driving me crazy. At first, it started off with her saying she doesn't want to work anymore, and lately it has escalated to saying men who make their wives work are abusive. We both have well-paid jobs. I'm a self-employed builder with a team and earn around $100K a year. She works in management for the NHS and earns around $50K a year. We both work, I guess I should say worked for her, really hard and have no kids, and 3 years ago managed to pay our mortgage off and lived in a nice enough area where I would have happily stayed forever. She, however, suddenly wanted a massive house that we didn't need. I should have saw what was coming. She was looking at $700K houses, which would require a mortgage of $500K after we sold our house. I gave in and we bought a house. She then wanted a new car, which again I caved to, and she got a car that is worth more than she earns a year. She then decided she didn't want to work anymore. She said her job was crap, and I said, take a lower paid one, then that you'll enjoy more. She said no. She just doesn't want to work full stop. She also doesn't want to give up anything she has. Over the past couple of years, it has been obvious she is trying to lose her job without leaving, despite me saying that I can't afford the house and car and holidays on my own. She started bringing this trad wife crap up, but said she'd want to hire a cleaner as the house is too big for her to clean alone, and she prefers my cooking to hers, so I'll still do all the cooking. So I said, you basically want to dress up pretty and bake the odd cake. She stormed off and said, I don't get it, and said, She again brought it up yesterday and I said fine, she can do it, but she's got to get up before me and make sure my breakfast is ready like in the videos she watches. She's got to be dressed as a sexy version of a 50s housewife like in the videos she watches from the moment I open my eyes to the moment I close them. The house must be spotless at all times like in the videos she watches. I want huge packed lunches for work like in the videos she watches. I want to come home and have beautiful pies and cakes ready for pudding like in the videos she watches. I want a bath ran for when I get in, and then come down to a proper meal every night like in the videos she watches. I then want a foot rub while I eat the cakes and pies she makes like in the videos she watches. I also want sex on demand, how I want it when I want it, like in the videos she watches. She called me abusive, a user, sexist, etc., and stormed out to her equally delusional sister's house. Don't get me started on her. I'll be honest, I'm ready for divorce if this carries on. Am I wrong? Update 16 days later. I'd like to answer a few questions from my first post before an update. No, my requests were not serious, and I can't believe how many people thought they were. It was me trying to prove a point of how ridiculous she is being. Like I said in the comments, I don't want a maid or a slave, I want a partner. Before my wife got on this train, she was a very ambitious, career-driven person who wanted to climb to the top. She was never really on social media until the pandemic. The trad wife thing started a couple of years ago. A lot of people suggested couples counseling. I've asked many times and always get the same response. I don't need counseling, there's nothing wrong with me. On to the update. We spoke Saturday morning and I told her that I can't go on like this. I said to her bluntly, the trad wife thing is never happening, and she either accepts it and we go to couples counseling or we split up. I'm don't dancing around her bullshit. She chose to split up. I asked her if she even really wanted to be a trad wife, or if she's just trying to force me away, like she's trying to force her job to sack her because she doesn't have the balls to quit herself. She said yes she does, and there's plenty of dating sites that cater to this dynamic. I told her I'd seen them, and they are more sugar daddy dynamics, and without being horrible, she's too old for that. This set her off. She said I'm wrong, and that I'm the one who can't support my wife, so I'm the bad one in the marriage, and a real man would be able to give her the life she wants. She was shouting and screaming this at the top of her lungs. It's about the only time I've been glad to be in our new house, so the neighbors didn't hear. I got a bit petty at the real man comment and said, you can't cook, you can't clean, and you don't have sex. What part of being a trad wife do you offer? I then stole a comment from my last post and said, she doesn't want to be a trad wife, she wants to be a trophy wife. She just said I'm unbelievable and has gone to her sisters again. I'm gonna take the next couple of weeks and start talking to a divorce lawyer to see what this entails. Then once this ball has got rolling, I'm fucking off to Portugal for a couple of weeks to myself. Update 2, 74 days later. I'm 35, my ex-wife is 40, and we have no kids. About 2.5 months ago, I posted about my wife leaving me because I refused to live the trad wife lifestyle. In my original post, I mentioned the big house and car she got me in debt for over £500,000, and then decided she didn't want to work anymore, starting with the car. After she left, I took half our savings and half the money in our joint account and put it in my own bank account. I told her to take the rest, around $60K, and she can either pay off the car with the money or keep the money, and I'll take the car back as it's in my name. She said neither, she's keeping both. This has been a struggle that ended with me having to ring the police to assist me in taking the car back. I got there and the police were already there. My ex was crying. The 2 police officers looked at me like I was a piece of shit. My sister-in-law was shouting, "Yeah, take her independence and go back to your mansion while she sleeps in the spare room." The neighbors were all out looking. I very nearly caved and told her to just keep it, but it's $1.5K a month I can't warrant. I took it, sold it, and had to pay $12,000 difference in what I owed on it. I'll be honest, I was expecting worse. Now the house. We paid $700K for it with $200 down. I've spent about $100 on it doing it up, and when I got valued, I was pleasantly surprised at one matter, and even more surprised that within 2 weeks of it going on the market, it sold to one of my neighbors. A lovely Indian family who had asked me to work on their house, but they said it's just easier to move into mine. They do, however, want me to build a granny annexed on the side once they've completed the purchase. That'll be another couple of months yet, but we'll both walk away with around $250K each. And I'll be looking to buy a house for around $200K, so I'll be back to mortgage-free and debt-free in a couple of months. On to my wife. She's still living at her sister's, and as far as I'm aware, hasn't found anyone who wants a 40-year-old trad wife who doesn't cook, clean, or have sex. She has asked me back twice, but I've said no. One was a drunken proposition, the other one more heartfelt. It's too late now, though. We've already started the divorce proceedings, and that should be done early next year. All I've been doing is working and plodding along. Nothing else I really can do. I thought I'd update because I still get 10-20 messages a week asking how I'm doing, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Final update 1 to 2 months later. I'm 36, ex-wife is 41. No kids involved. This all started about a year ago. I still have people asking for updates, which really appreciate, so I'll post one here. I tried on Am I Wrong, but for some reason it wouldn't post. I don't know if I've been banned or something. I'll post on my profile and hope people see it. So the divorce is now finalized. We agreed to split the profits from the house, and we'd have got about $230K each after fees, etc. Then, about a week before it was all ready to go through, she decided she is entitled to half my business too. She argued she helped me grow it, and I couldn't do it without her. When challenged, she didn't even know the address for the yard, and couldn't name a single one of my employees. Didn't prove anything though, and it was getting messy and looking like I'd have to give her something, because it started and grew while we were married. In the end, we agreed she could keep all the spare money from the sale of the house, and we'd call it quits at that. My plans to buy a cheaper house with half the equity from the house and live mortgage-free were now up in smoke. To fall, I left with no money from the house I paid for and modernized, and Shed already had half the bank account and half the savings, and I had to pay $12,000 out of my own pocket when I canceled the finance agreement on her that I was paying for. Feeling down, I did something spontaneous. T-text. I bought a plot of land, moved a big static caravan on there, and lived in there while I'm building my own house on my own plot of land. There's no rush to do it, and I can just plod along at my own pace. My ex is still living with her sister, but also has a young boyfriend in Egypt she met on holiday, so is spending her time between her sisters and there. She doesn't work, still is just living on the $500,000 or so she got from me. I don't really do much other than work and build my house, just trying to rebuild my life. The lads at work really help me, they are a great bunch. They keep trying to set me up on dates, etc., but I'm a bit too scared, I think. I've not really spoke to anyone since it all happened. A couple of women on here messaged me and sent me some helpful pictures, which I appreciated though, so thank you for that, LOL. All in all, thank you everyone for your kind words, and reaching out, you all really helped me and made me realize I wasn't going crazy. Thank you, what do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.